I'm working on the fan motor to the furnace inside my house right now. I just got it out, laid it outside and blew with some compressed air and got I got a lot of the dust off. I'm gonna be taking this propeller off and taking it outside and pressure washing the casing. I'm gonna be removing the motor by removing this nut, and I believe there's three nuts on the back. And I'm going to be discharging the capacitor by shorting out the connections right there between those two. That's how all the wiring goes. I just took off the 3 bolts. They were 3/8. All 3 of them came off pretty easy. And I disconnected the wires from the capacitor. Now I'm going to short them out. And that should discharge the capacitor. It should be safe to work with now. I've got the motor off now, and as you can see, it's pretty dirty. Looks pretty caked up on there, so we're going to detail clean that. And this is the housing with it off. We're going to get this propeller out of here and pressure wash that. And I would recommend making sure you got all the washers off of these bushings, because I almost dropped one. And I'm just making some witness marks to just about everything I can, because I want this thing going back exactly how it came apart to try to avoid any possible rubbing. Okay, so we got the propeller and the propeller housing outside, and we're going to be pressure washing it now. I think I figured out why my pressure washer was acting up. I think air was getting trapped in this half of the gun, so I was purging the air out of the gun by taking this half off and just running it with the pressure washer off, and it seems to be running a lot better. See, we're getting no more surging in the pressure washer anymore. I'm being careful to stay back off of it with the pressure washer, because these blades are pretty thin and you don't want to hit them with too much pressure. Alright, I just put a final layer of okay, I just got done pressure washing it. I got all the dirt blown out of the fins that caked up dust. And there is a very thin layer of some dust that's sticking on it pretty good. So I just put a little bit of degreaser on it, sprayed it all over it, and I'm gonna let that soak for a minute while I go clean the motor out. And give it one last pressure washing, and that'll be done. And if you're asking why I didn't take the propeller out of the housing, is, well, this hole is too small and I don't want to undo these screws and risk warping the housing and causing a possible rubbing issue. Because it looks like some tight tolerances. So I got the motor cleaned, and I'm going to be removing this top and bottom piece now. And it's a metric 9mm. That's the one I found fits the best. I put a little bit of lubricant on these bolt and screws, and because this thing probably hasn't been apart in 10+ years, just to be on the safe side. I'm getting all 4 of the bolts out now. They go all the way through the unit. They're pretty long. This is one I took out already. It went in that hole and it goes all the way through. One of them has a ground wire connected to it. It's located right there. That's a tag of the information on the motor. So we got all 4 of the bolts out, and I put timing marks on both sides of the motor. Right there and right there. And this piece should come out now. Okay, so I got the inside of it to come out. It was pretty hard getting the lid to come off. I took a razor blade and put it in between that and just carefully and lightly worked my way around it. And after I got to open up a little bit, I took a plastic piece and I tapped it with a rubber mallet, and I was eventually able to get the wiggle off. And it's pretty dusty inside of it. We're going to clean that and then lube the inside of the area where this rod spins. Also, I marked the bottom of this with a B just to note this piece goes on the bottom here. You should be mindful that there are 2 washers that go inside there. When I was taking the bottom off and I was tapping around it, they dropped. And now we can see the sponge inside of here where the oil goes. Oil gets sucked up into the sponge right here. And from feeling it, it's not terrible. It's pretty moist. And now we're going to look at this top piece. I looked at the top piece, and that top piece is a little bit drier than the bottom one. This one's closest to the fan, but they're both lightly wet. This one's slightly drier. And we're going to clean up these pieces. Clean out the inside of this and that, and get these pieces oiled. Okay, so we got the inside of both of these oiled up. I put a thin layer on this bottom piece and this top piece, and the way it works is this is going to sit in there, and it should glide pretty smoothly now. It should glide pretty smooth. So we got the motor and the propeller, everything's back together, and it's spinning a lot better. I can hear it. It's gliding a whole lot better, and I can really feel the more wind coming off of it. Now we just gotta put it on.